Goldcrest Valley greetings to episode number 2 with me, Mr. Silly P. So this is what I was supposed to lead with on the previous episode. Vehicles I start with, or you start with on the game. You start with the New Holland, and you can just about tell it is, and the 8340. They're quite old with a few miles on them. You start with the Case 1455, and you start with the Harvester, which is also a Case. The Case Axial Flow at 1660. You do start with a Great Plains Cedar, which is only a 3 metre one, I think a 3 metre, and you start with a cultivator. Now, as you can tell, I've only got one of each of these now. I sold the other one of these because it had 43 hours on it, and I wanted to get another tractor. This one I have fitted the front loader to, as I've mentioned before, and the forks for moving around fertiliser and seed containers for filling up the Bradle Seeder, which is what I bought to go on the back of this. So this is my seeding vehicle at the moment. Not seeding, I'm talking about fertilising. The Bradle fertiliser spreader. This is my fertilising vehicle. This one's used for moving all sorts of stuff about. You get a trailer over there as well, Metaltech trailer, 8,000 litre, which I'm using as well. The cultivator somewhere else. You also get a White Lizard pickup, which I sold. I don't use the pickup, that's normally parked over here. As you probably noticed when I turned around, because the jobs I've been doing, I was saving up to buy a better tractor or a bigger tractor. So I have gone with the Fendt 700 Vario. I went for the 724, so it's 240 horsepower, which customised it up a little bit, gave it a bit more oomph. I put front loader attachments on it so I can get a front loader at some point, and I've got wide tyres on it too. Bit of a workhorse. This is going to be able to do a fair old bit. So this is brand new to my farm. Those are the vehicles you pretty much start with. That thing over here, the Case Harvester, I'm probably going to sell. When you go into here, if you look at the top, the Case International Harvester 1660 Axial Flow, 78 days old, maintenance fees of 2,072. That's going to be a lot of money when it comes to replace. So I'm thinking of selling it, and then next time I need to do some harvesting, renting a harvester or leasing a harvester until I've got enough money, because that's going to cost me a lot of money actually in fees. But then I suppose what I'd pay out to lease would probably be the same amount of money. I don't know. I'm going to arm and ahh about that one. Might get rid of that. Anyway, these are pretty basic inside. Pretty much look the same. Not a lot to them. Start it up. Quite noisy, to be fair. And if I have a quick look inside, yeah, quite basic. But they've been doing the job so far, I'll be honest with you. Turn it off and jump out. But like I say, this is the new one. I wanted a Fendt, so jump in this, a quick look around. It is rather nice in here. Start it up. It's a nice tractor. Do like this. So it should be doing a bit of work for us for quite a while, I think. It was this or a Valtra, so I went with this. I'm going to jump into the Fendt and start her up. And I'm so sort of like a mini tour. You've probably seen this a million times, but anyway. Oh, I did buy a workshop yesterday. 28,000. It does mean you can do customisation and stuff without going anywhere. And it says you don't have to pay for a paid mechanic. I'm not sure whether that will keep the cost down or what. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so this is your farm, our farm, my farm, whatever you call it. Barn over there is for doing hay and straw. This field you start with wheat in it. That has now got soybeans in. It has been ploughed and cultivated. This one's also got soybeans in, which you start with as well. Field 14. And this one over here, field 12, has now got wheat in it. Interestingly, the Great Plains seeder does seeding and fertilising at the same time, which is quite impressive. It's got two bits that open, and you can put fertiliser and seed in. So it did the first stage of fertilising, so I'm just waiting for the next growth stage on each of these to do another fertiliser spreading, so I've set mine on 3 times. But this is, in essence, this is the farm you start with. You've got your farmhouse over here, your barn over here. You start off with the vehicle storage shelter just over to the right, over by the silos, just over there. You've got chickens just through here, which have produced some eggs. I didn't buy any chickens, so you obviously start with some. Yeah, interesting little turn of events, but there you go. So, getting rid of straw and hay so we can sell it. But it's a good thing as well, we can just drive straight through here, which I quite like. A bit. Every time I turn this on, it puts the question marks back again. I've done all this before. I've done the silos thing. Yeah, anyway. So, filling up your silos here, and then we're heading off. No, I'm not going to do a complete map tour, that would be bonkers. But map is loading. See me flashing just south of Central. It is a big map. And I would imagine while we do the gameplay series, you're going to find or see all sorts of parts of the map. So it's going to be an interesting journey, I think. But I'm not going to do a massive map tour. It could take 2 or 3 episodes to do a map tour. It would be insane. So I'm trying to work out what to do next until that first growth stage is done. 30,000, I haven't really got enough. I did think about maybe getting some sheep actually, but it would mean renting a trailer. Oh, there's my cultivator down there. I'd need to rent an animal trailer, or lease, sorry. But obviously I haven't got enough money to do that and buy sheep. Scarily enough, I think they're actually quite expensive, more expensive than they were on FS15. But anyway. I am doing another mission. I'm driving around doing a few bits here and there just to try and make some more money. I do want to get sheep. That's the first animals I'm going to do. I think I was thinking about some logging as well, maybe. But as you can see, top right hand corner, this is a 50-minute task. Generally speaking, with harvesting, I reckon I can probably half that on the time. It is a fair size field, in all honesty. Turn it off, spin it around, and turn it back on again. But I'm not going to put you through the pain of that. That said, quick look. The Massey Ferguson Delta 9380. It's quite a big unit, this one. I think it's got a tank capacity of about 12,500. So yeah, it's a nice one. I'm not sure if you buy this you can customise it with front track unit. I don't know. I'd have to look that up. But anyway, I'm going to plod on with this, and you'll probably catch me on the far side when I finish this field off. But I thought I'd add it in. I didn't want to kind of all of a sudden have a load of money in the bank and everyone wonder how I've done it. I'm not adding it in any way, but there we go. So the key to this is the turns. Lift the header, spin it round. Oh, I knew I'd messed that up. Never mind. I was supposed to showcase how quickly I could do my turns. What a mess. Anyway, I said I would do this in half the time I was given. I'm so close to finishing off. I've got a tiny little sliver at the top. So fingers crossed I'll do it. With 25 left I should do. I'm not far off. It should be a nice payment and a nice reward. There we go. 22,000, nearly 23,000, a time bonus of 20. Happy with that. That's been a nice cash injection. Okay, back into the Fendt and find another job to do. There's one just over there, I think. I'm working up to buying the sheep, so try and get a bit more money going. Jump in, turn it on. There we go. Like I said in my previous episode, some nice new features on this. I do like the engine start. It just adds a bit of realism to it. Go over the bumpy ground there. Now, when you start missions, now, good thing as well is you can jump out and you can leave it running, which is great. Don't want to leave it running because it's going to use fuel. Anyway, turn the engine off and jump out. Yeah, when you start the missions, there's normally a big area like this. Here, if you park your vehicle here, it will come up with no space for mission vehicles or something. So you need to put your vehicle over to one side. Anyway, let's have a look. No mission available. Okay. We will keep trying. And on to a bit of slurry injecting, or spreading. Don't see an injector exactly, it's a big one this. Wide reach, and we are in the case Magnum CVX, I think it is. Let's have a quick look. Case Magnum CVX 340. Tracked unit, a bit like the New Holland Smart Track was on FS15. My talents know no bounds, but I do want to get these sheep going, so I do need a bit of money, and hopefully as well by the time we get back my field should be ready for a bit of fertilising themselves. Interestingly, unlike FS15, what I think actually, where is that one? No, it won't let me. On FS15 we used to have a few sort of bit of downtime every now and again where you had all your fields ready, you're waiting for them to grow, and you might think, well, you know, just finding odd jobs to do. The real bonus to this in the mission system is that when you are waiting for your own fields, you can go away and still be earning money, which is actually quite good. And interestingly, because of what you can earn, and I've got it on normal, not you know, not easy or anything, you can make a good bit of money doing contracting work for other people, which actually is, you know, it works out quite well for what you want to do for your farm. So realistically, you know, a lot of the crops you're going to grow are probably going to be for feed for your animals if you're going to do animal husbandry. And you can make a lot of your money doing contracting work in between sort of running your own farm, which I quite like. This is probably where I'm going to make my money, doing this to pay for the lifestyle to which I've become accustomed on my farm. We'll see how that all pans out. But anyway, it's going rather well. We're just over halfway done. If you look in the top right hand corner, still trying to get to grips with the changes in some of the controls for PS4. Keeps catching me out. The change tool selection used to be the central paddle on the controller. It's now triangle, which keeps catching me out. So I'm at the store. There is a reason for this. Just jump out, jump back in and turn it off. Now jump out. That's better. I've got enough money now, top right hand corner, to get some sheep, but to transport the sheep I am going to need a trailer. I'm also going to check left hand column, sheep. I need water and hail grass. So we'll need to cut some grass at some point and need to get a water bowser, tanker, whatever you want to call it. That's fine. So first things first, into the shop, and I want animals. There we go. Joskin, how many does that carry? Let's use to transport animals. Does it say how many animals? No. Okay, I'm going to buy that. I think. Yes. Now, if while recording this, you hear banging, thumping, drilling, it's not in the game. My neighbour is having, well, what sounds like a whole house demolished, but who knows. So yes, bear with me. I do apologise for it. So, here we are, our Joskin trailer. Back onto this and hook it up. The lights on this are amazing now, with reverse lights and etc. Okay, so what can we do with this vehicle? Right, left one, lower livestock trailer. Let's jump out a second. Right, lower livestock trailer. Let's have a look. I assume that's for loading and unloading. Lift it. Open cover. Close cover. What else? That's for the tractor. Okay, right. Now we need to go down to the bottom right hand corner, southeast to Mary's farm. That is where you buy it from. You can't buy the animals out of the shop now. You have to actually go to the animal store, which makes sense, doesn't it? Right, so let's get the beacons on. Try to run anyone over, that'd be great. And off we go. So as I said before, cruise control now is left one, right one, and circle, not square, which is catching me out a bit. But there we go. So we're going to head off to Mary's farm, buy ourselves some sheep. Exciting times. First animals on Goldcrest Valley. Well, it's interesting though that the vehicles still seem to be quite slow. I don't know if the inside, technically the inside lane is slower and the outside lane's quicker, I'm not sure. But they do seem to be still quite slow. Anyway. So here we are at Emerson's livestock market. I think we have to pull in here. I think. Oh, there we go. So our trailer will hold 9 animals, and as you can see they are not cheap. So, sheep. I'm going to buy 1, 2, 3, 4. 16,000. Wow. You know what? Let's make it 5. Why not? Okay. So, transport fee is applied if you do not transport the animals with your own animal trailer. Done that. Confirm. Do I really want them? Yes, I do. And there they are. They don't look like they get on, do they? 2 one end, 3 the other. Okay. Let's pull forward and let's put the cover on. Okay. And let's take this over to our sheep farm. Exciting stuff. Probably going to mean doing a few more odd jobs here and there, a bit of mission work to get enough money to get some mowers. Do a bit of grass cutting and then also get a, I think, loading wagon, like forage wagon. Don't go too fast, I'm bouncing around in the back. And here we are, at our sheep farm. Now I'm assuming I'm back in here without going onto the field, because I don't own it. Someone else's crops, sorry. So it's back onto there. Load the trailer. Open the cover. I don't know how this will work. Open animal dialogue. Sheep. Unload. Confirm. Do you really want to unload one animal? Yes. I just want to unload all of them. God, tell me I don't have to do one at a time, surely. There's got to be an easier way than that. One at a time. Wow, if I get the big trailer, this is going to take forever. And there's no animation. Oh, that's not great. That's a pity. So, that should be us empty. And they are in the field. Wow, that's weird. Oh, hang on, let's lift this back up. Right. Turn the engine off, jump out. So there we have it. We now have sheep I will go and get water probably in the next episode. That's probably it for this episode. We've done a little bit. Let's have a look. Well, the animations are good. And they're incredibly noisy eaters. So I'm going to need hay, I'm going to need water, or grass, doesn't matter which one. But there we go, animals. We have started. Fantastic. So, on that note, that is the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. All things PS4 will be coming your way on FS17. It's not just for PS4, for anyone who wants to watch it. If you want to leave a comment, please do. We are on Facebook, I am on Facebook, Mr. Silly P. Screenshots appear on there regularly, as do the links for YouTube clips. What have I missed? If you want to share the video, by all means share, the more the merrier. But that's all from me for today's episode. As always, if you've watched any of my videos before, and there are plenty, FS15 on all 3 farms, thanks for watching.